In today's brief insight of current affairs, I'll be discussing a very contemporary topic, which is unofficial peace talks between Saudi Arabia and Iran and what role Pakistan could play, as well as its benefit for Pakistan. So Iran and Saudi Arabia, despite being Muslim nations, have been engaged in conflict and have been engaged in hostile situations from the last 30 to 40 years. But the situation got worse, especially in the last 5 years, when there were attacks on the Saudi Arabian territory, especially on their oil field, by the Iranian-backed Yemeni forces. But in 2016, the situation got worse, and both the countries cut ties with each other, especially when Iranian protesters attacked Saudi diplomatic mission in retaliation to Saudi's killing of a Shiite clerk. So since then, we have been seeing that the proxy war is only gaining intensity and the situation is getting bad to worse between Saudi Arabia and Iran. However, recently, it's been surfacing on international media, especially from the last few days, that Iran and Saudi Arabia have engaged in effective peace talks with regards to the hostile situation, especially in the last 5 years. And allegedly, these talks are being facilitated by the Iraqi Prime Minister. The news was basically leaked by the Financial Times that on April 9th, both the officials from both the countries engaged in peace talks, and it is being brokered by the Iraqi Prime Minister. The main agenda of the meeting was to restore the relationship between the two countries, which deteriorated 5 years back. Also, the leak is indicating that the Iraqi Prime Minister took the US officials in confidence before brokering the peace talks between the both countries. Surprisingly, both Iran and Saudi Arabia are not confirming such talks officially. However, on the other hand, Iraqi officials do confirm that there was a meeting back in Baghdad. The timing of this peace talk is very important, because Biden's administration is thinking of restoring the nuclear deal with Iran, which previously Trump revoked. And Iran is also looking to maintain peace with Saudi Arabia because Iran understands that Saudi Arabia is an ally of US, and hence Iran is also seeking support of the neighboring countries. Pakistan's role can be very pivotal, especially in facilitating or brokering the peace talk between Saudi Arabia and Iran, because historically and even currently, Pakistan is a strong geopolitical and geo-economical ally of Saudi Arabia. In the past, Pakistan has helped Saudi Arabia to every extent, especially in the case of defense, considering the 1982 defense agreement when Pakistan sent 1,000 troops to Saudi Arabia to support its army. Also considering the recent counter-terrorism force known as IMCTC, where ex-Pakistani army chief was sent to Saudi Arabia to head the geostrategic counter-terrorism force. On the other hand, Pakistan is also gaining financial benefit from Pakistan because in the past, and even 2 years back, Pakistan did receive a massive bailout package from Saudi Arabia, which helped Pakistan to sustain its economy. So Pakistan is a strong ally of Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan cannot deny that fact by ignoring the peace talks. Pakistan's outright support to Saudi Arabia did antagonize Iran as well. And we have seen that Iran boycotted Pakistan on various forums, and Iranian territory was being used by India to launch attacks against Pakistan, especially against the CPEC projects. And this assertion was also supported by Kulbhushan Yadav, who clearly said that they were being posted in Iran to carry out attacks in Pakistan. So this shows that if Pakistan supports Saudi Arabia outrightly, that is going to harm the national interest of Pakistan. But since peace talks is coming on the table or is already on the table, this can be a golden opportunity for Pakistan to maintain the ties with Saudi Arabia as well as tell or remend the ties with Iran by telling them that they are brokering peace and all they want is peace, because this will provide a better image of Pakistan to Iran, which it previously had. So what I recommend is that Pakistan could potentially help Iran and Saudi Arabia by brokering the peace deal with Iraq in the same way Pakistan helped US to strike a peace deal with the Afghan Taliban, which resulted in Doha deal. So Pakistan already has a good reputation in being a broker of peace, and in this case it can be a win-win situation for both Saudi Arabia, Iran, as well as for Pakistan. So for Pakistan, this will have two main benefits. The first benefit is that Pakistan would come up as a leading country of Muslim Ummah, because Saudi Arabia is known to be the leader of Muslim Ummah, and if it's engaged with another major Muslim country, that is Iran. If Pakistan comes in and facilitates peace talk, this will ensure a dominant position of Pakistan amongst other 50 plus Muslim countries and will retain a good image of Pakistan. The second benefit for Pakistan is that terrorism would eventually end in the Persian Gulf and the Middle East, which would mean that Pakistan could further strengthen its CPEC project by extending it to Iran, using the ports of Saudi Arabia, etc. Because currently, if you see, Pakistan is facing security repercussions due to the ongoing proxies in the region. With this, Pakistan can establish trade deals with Iran, trade deals with Saudi Arabia without making either of them angry, as well as ensuring a brighter prospect for CPEC, because security is a prerequisite of every success. So this was a brief insight about the ongoing peace talks between Saudi Arabia and Iran and opportunities for Pakistan. I'll be covering this topic in much more detail as soon as we get more information on it. In the meantime, if you have any suggestions or any comments, please feel free to comment down below. Thank you very much.